Greetings to you. I have some directions for victims of choice in Iraq. I only repeating Iraq only. Any dirty game that Satan plays in his attempt to make Iraq a model to be adopted or worked on is a dirty conspiracy. Come on, the terrorist fraudster who wants to stay in spite of everything he has done is a devil trying to laugh on others, and he thinks himself may also be intelligent. He may have served him with wrong circumstances, he benefited from them, but not to the infinite. He remains crooked, and all these tricks have been revealed in how he made himself a meat lamb or a person who loves everyone or a prophet while he is an enemy of God. This cursed terrorist wanted to control America and the countries of Europe. He uses a trick that he is the voice of God or prophet in Iraq, and he has created a game of gambling death here in Iraq and made himself as the Secretary General of the United Nations, while his subordinate elements are as if they are states, and each of them represents his country while he is sitting on the throne of leadership. And next to him is his dirty Arab wife from Iraq, and also his wife. The second is the homosexual security agent, and this son of the fallen is responsible for all victims of mind control everywhere, and he is the one who kills women and uses the finest types of brain-destroying programs with him. Weapons for mind control. Of course, no one can punish this dirty terrorist because he is one of the wives of the prophet, and this I hope that everyone knows about him, and those who fell and are still falling victims of his weapons for mind control everywhere inside Iraq means the wife of the dirty prophet and who considered himself the law. Then the law is an outlaw, a wrong law that deserves to be recovered is the state of this filthy state. Of course, the view in Iraq is similar, for example, to the situation in the time of the previous regime when Saddam Hussein was the son of the regime's leader, and this was taking.
He has not been executed. You did not kill him. I am just able to understand your reasons. So I think your own conscience will be punishment enough. Only I promise you we'll all live to regret this day, all of us.
Moment of victory. They're running away from us. Let's get the loot! Stand where you were told to stand! Come back to your positions! All of you, come back! It's a road.
في غنائم المشركين لنهبط يا رجال لنهبط لن يهبط أحد بل سنهبط الغنائم يا رجال عودوا
Ching, my new secretary no longer takes your orders. And when
الآن عد إلى حيث كنت. نفذوا أوامري أو تعاقبوا. سأنزلكم إلى رتبة جنود. اسكت. نفذوا أوامري أو تعاقبوا. سأنزلكم إلى رتبة جنود. اسكت. نفذوا أوامري أو تعاقبوا. سأنزلكم إلى رتبة جنود. اسكت. نفذوا أوامري أو تعاقبوا. سأنزلكم إلى رتبة جنود. اسكت.
One at any girl he sees anywhere in Iraq and other acts outside the law. Of course, everyone used to see this and did not dare to open his mouth. Also, the victims will be imprisoned if they wanted to complain about him before the court, but even they could not speak or publish this through the press or the media. even by phone. This is exactly the same as the current situation of victims of mind control. The reason is that this homosexual villain is one of the wives of the filthy prophet of evil in Iraq. He has no conditions, security, media, internet or anything, as if he wants to impose this on the victim as if it is his destiny. Well, look what this filthy crooked law does this here, and a poor person steals a loaf of bread, for example, so the law will be applied to him completely, while mind control gangs that stole Iraq are not playing these electronic weapons, rather they cost a lot of money. But did the law in Iraq open his mouth and said no? Why or where did you get this money? Of course. No, and if he opens his mouth, he will deny the existence of such a thing, or applaud them only, or make his argument that they are a group working against America's friends and European countries in Iraq. It is a thief's law, totally out of law. I will give you another ugly truth about this filth that made himself a prophet and about gangs of mind control, which are like 10 hyenas that were launched among the people with the support of the law, and this gang preys on every weak, poor or ugly, meaning not beautiful according to what they see. Notice the similarity, the big one between them and the behavior of the hyena beasts that eliminate every weak or sick person. I mean, this filthy prophet wants the law of the jungle to rule in Iraq. 3. By issuing orders to the security services in the law to stand by these gangs, and those who respond to them are considered outlaws, meaning either the poor and weak people surrender to these gangs that kill them one by one with their unknown weapons inside Iraq, which are from no mind control, or if they open their mouths, they find themselves outlaws of the law that knows, but is fully involved with this gang, and he is the one who provides cover and protection for it. Rather, they are present with the security personnel and use all the capabilities of the state, including government cars, towers, or controls. Also the internet and the internet are supposed to have no control over it. All the internet from Wi-Fi networks or other networks are under their control in Iraq. As for Facebook, it is the face of terrorism and not the face of the book at all. Of course, this gang can easily control all social networks, all emails, and what is called a play market or everything in the internet as well. Communications networks are not independent. Absolutely the same as the internet, they are controlling it, and if they reserve any number they want, it will become completely useless. I completely warned against the internet and communication networks in Iraq and told all the victims, beware. This is, of course, not because it is bad, but rather it is something like juice that everyone loves to drink. But in America, European countries and their friends, but this juice inside Iraq is completely poison and that is a threat to life that insults the terrorist mind that he leads. Iraq is a terrorist, and he controls everything, especially so things that he considers a danger to him if you become independent. He wants to make the people just sheep that prostrate to him only, and when he hates America, for example, he wants everyone to hate it, and then he says this is an opinion.
It happened! And it doesn't just go away. You just can't walk away, do you hear me? Do you hear me? It happened! And it doesn't just go away. You just can't walk away, do you hear me? Do you hear me? It happened!
4. A public opinion of this is completely controlling this. I mean, I give an analogy to this, as it is similar to a period from the days of the previous regime, and when the regime's negligence reached an indescribable degree, this decision was issued for oil in exchange for food and medicine. After that, the United Nations wanted it to distribute food to the people, but the regime refused and insisted on for him to do this, and after that the United Nations agreed, and nothing reached the people except crumbs only while the Kurdish people agreed to this and every citizen got a sufficient share for him here. I am like the internet with a share of food that the regime refused to be distributed independently. Of course, this gang is a gathering show that it is security and gang at the same time, or something similar to a coup against the law through a coup by one of the security agencies, for example, the police, which is a security apparatus that turns against the state, but not overtly, and becomes a disguised terror claiming to be a guard while he is the thief chasing every person who loves Iraq and claims that he is outside while the law makes every thief your friend. Of course, I noticed that one of the most important features of these gangs is that they claim that they work in security and work in an intelligence method while they behave like gangs, for example, killing and corruption and theft and all kinds of harm to people.
So go away! Or die. So go away! Or die. يعيش هذا آخر يعيش هذا آخر.
Now I'm going to teach you about the chain of command, Private. When I say jump, you say how high. Got it? Got it? Right.